Okay, so I know you'll be reading the title of this video and thinking, Carl, what are you talking about? Why is it just a really sad, somber sounding video coming out on your channel today, right? But as of recording this video, not long ago, it had been 10 years since my dad took his own life from suicide, to be more specific, hanging, to put it bluntly. He hung himself. And since being 10 years old, 10, 11 when it happened, to 20 turning 21, there were things in life that I feel like I missed out on because he wasn't around. And I want to just showcase like a few things and make some points, both good and bad, about what growing up without a dad really has taught me. Now, I haven't spent my whole childhood without a dad, but it's like some of the more important years were spent without him. For example, like my first teenage years, going to secondary school, and even things like going through puberty and body changes, you know, just to be like specific about certain things. It's been hard sometimes. It really has been hard. I sometimes wish that my dad gave me advice on what to do in terms of like relationships and more specifically like women. Like, I don't have an issue with women. I've been with girls before. I've dated women before, and I've spent years in relationships, so I know what the pattern and like the familiarities with it are like now. But when I was younger, trying like talk excuse me, my voice is going as I'm recording this, but talking to a girl was like a luxury when I was like 12, 13. Like, holding a girl's hand was like the most important thing that I could have done as a kid. Like, because I could have showboated with my friends, like, oh, I've held a girl's hand, you know, I've kissed her, whatever. But as I'm older, it's like responsibilities of being like a young man and looking after a woman, and like trying to think about a family and whatnot. Like, not right now. I mean, I'm only 20 years old. I don't really plan on having kids at this point, but you get the gist, right? Like, would have been nice to have been told something about that. So that's been a real struggle for me, like mentally, because it's like certain situations with a girlfriend or partner, like if you have an argument, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't. That's kind of like a do-it-yourself kind of thing, but like the way I look at it was my dad was my biggest role model growing up. He got me into some of the games that I'm still playing today, like as you're seeing on the screen, just some Serious Sam HD gameplay in the background. But even like the original versions of Serious Sam, 1, 2, and Next Encounter, he got me into them. Serious Sam 2, 3, and 4 are games that I bought myself as a 20-year-old, just to get that feeling again of, like, because we used to reconnect and like bond over those games like Crash Bandicoot, Tony Hawk's Underground 2, Burnout Paradise, just games like that. And that's one thing I miss about my dad not being here. It's like I can play games with my friends and the guys that I talk to in my little friend group, and I can go out for a kickabout with some of my lads as well. But I feel like it's different when it's with your mates compared to your dad. Like, I look to my dad like the most angelic man on earth, and it sometimes it really gets to me how he's not around anymore. Growing up as well, I am the one and only male offspring that my mother is ever gonna have. So living in a house with all girls, it's just like, after my dad passed, it's like I didn't really have an outlook or someone to talk to about any changes physically, like going through puberty or whatnot, like getting older, like just things changing, you know, just the course of life. And it would have been really nice for my dad to be around for that, but he left me some great memories. He taught me how to play football to not a pro level, but like a very amateur, like Sunday league level, so I can still play to this day. And I'd argue sometimes I'm pretty good at it, sometimes I'm pretty shit. You have a hit or miss season or whatnot, but I don't play for an actual team currently. But when I have a kickabout with my good friend Michael, we score some bangers, and I personally have a great first touch, and I owe that to my dad because he had a phenomenal touch. So I think that I've kind of got that in me. Other things as well, like certain places from where I used to live up in Blackpool, I can't really go visit them anymore because I hold the memory of them with my dad so like fondly that if I go there now as an older man, maybe it will change, and I'm kind of scared of that. Like, to be honest, I'm just a really naturally shy person, but when I was around my dad, it was like I was a completely different guy. Like, sometimes I'm scared about growing up without him. Like, death is such a sad thing, and I'm paranoid about dying sometimes. Like that's really unhealthy for a guy who's 20 years old. You know, I've got all of my young years ahead of me. Like I'm yet to like get married, have kids, even move out of my house. You know, just things like that. But if there's one thing that my dad taught me with anything, before and after he passed, it's that life is precious, man. It really is. It's too short to be messing around with things and getting yourself into bad situations. Like if your friends don't like you, cut them off. If you're in if you're in a relationship and you can't get out of it, just reach out. You know, just do like all of these things, because at the end of the day, we only live once, and if we don't live life now to its fullest, we're never going to experience the greatest part of life. You know, for when we do eventually pass on into whether it's an afterlife or just get cremated, burned, or whatever you believe in. I miss my dad a lot, but I'm not gonna let that dwell on the rest of my life, because one day I will see him again, and when I see him again, it will be the most amazing thing. But again, it's a really sad and somber tone to this video, but I wanted to just get something out there for my own sake. So thank you for listening.